PTSD essay. Essay on PTSD for students and children in English. Post traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) is a mental disorder developed after a person is exposed to traumatic events such as sexual assault, child abuse, warfare, traffic collision, or any other threat to the person's life. It is natural to feel scared during and after a traumatic event. The trauma and fear trigger many split second changes in the person's body to help avoid it or defend against it. An increase in the flight or fight response. It also alters how a person thinks or feels. A person with PTSD often relives the traumatic experience through nightmares and flashbacks and experiences feeling of isolation, guilt, and irritability. They also experience disturbing thoughts and feelings and mental or physical distress due to any trauma related signs. Symptoms often become severe and persistent enough to have a significant impact on a person's day to day life. These symptoms usually last for more than a month after the event. However, people experience them for years in extreme cases. Symptoms of PTSD mostly begin early, within 3 months of the traumatic experience. However, sometimes they even begin years afterward. Any situation that a person finds traumatic can cause PTSD. However, most people who experience traumatic events do not develop PTSD. It has been estimated that 1 in every 3 people who have had a traumatic experience has developed PTSD. However, it is not clear why some people develop the condition and some don't. Any person can develop PTSD at any age, including children, teenagers, war veterans, and individuals who have been through physical or sexual abuse, assault, disaster, accident, or other serious events. The National Center for PTSD estimated that around 7 or 8 individuals out of every 100 people at some point in their lives would experience PTSD. People who experience traumatic situations repeatedly, such as abuse or violence or severe neglect, may be diagnosed with complex PTSD. Complex PTSD is most likely to have similar symptoms as PTSD and may not be developed until years after the experience. Children are less likely to be developing PTSD after trauma, especially kids under the age of 10. Post traumatic stress disorder can disrupt the affected person's entire life, their relationships, jobs, health, and enjoyment of everyday activities. Developing PTSD may increase the risk of other mental health problems such as depression and anxiety, eating disorders, drug or alcohol abuse, and even suicidal thoughts. PTSD can be successfully treated even if it is developed many years after the traumatic event. Any treatment depends on how soon the symptoms appear after the event and their severity. The main treatment for a person who has PTSD is psychotherapy, medications, or sometimes even both. Every individual is different and everyone's response to trauma is different. Post traumatic stress disorder affects every person differently. Hence, the treatment that works for one person may or may not work for another. If a person with PTSD goes through any ongoing trauma, such as an abusive relationship, both the problems should be addressed. Other types of ongoing problems may include panic disorders, anxiety disorders, substance abuse, and feeling suicidal.